Hello YouTube, this is Dragon Claw here. I am the water type gym leader over at Reddit in Pokemon League DS. And this is my first official gym match against user Dryadne. And he's got a pretty solid team. We had a good match for my first time, and I'll show you guys what happened. First off, just looking at his team, I saw that my Sharpedo has super effective moves against pretty much his whole team, so I went ahead and decided that it would be a good lead to go, and without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so he starts out with his Metagross, and I went ahead and, like I said, I started with my Sharpedo, Riptide, and I go straight for the Crunch. He decides to use a Bullet Punch, knowing that I'm faster, and it actually does a significant amount for being not very effective, but my Sharpedo is definitely a glass cannon. So I am Life Orbed with Speed Boost, so I went ahead and just went straight for the Crunch. It did not do as much as I was hoping. I was hoping that I could maybe 2-hit KO and it would be worth it, but getting picked off by Bullet Punch and Life Orb damage, it would not be well of me to stay in here. So I go ahead and switch out to my Marshall, who's my happy little Quagsire, and it soaks up that Bullet Punch quite well, despite it being a crit. He gets his leftovers health, hits me with a Hammer Arm. Or no, excuse me, starts out with Stealth Rocks. He hits me with Hammer Arm later. And these Stealth Rocks actually provide set the tone for the rest of the match. I go ahead and hit him with my Earthquake. It does a decent amount of damage. And in hindsight, I should have just used Earthquake again, but I got a little cocky and decided to go for Scald, and seeing if I can burn him and then heal off my damage. But he gets a crit on his Hammer Arm, which gets me pretty low in health. Quagsire is physically defensive, so he goes heading for a Meteor Mash. I'm guessing he's hoping to just pick me off right here. But I do manage to survive it, and I get my Recover, which is nice because it would be really bad if I lost Marshall heal right in the beginning. So again, I should have definitely gone for Earthquake, but after he hits me with a Hammer Arm, I go for another Scald, but it ends up working out okay. I do get my burn, and unfortunately a little too late, and down goes his Metagross. So now he sends out his Infernape right here, and I was expecting a Grass Knot, so I switch out, going into my Manowar, who's my Tentacruel, hoping to soak up a Grass Knot, being especially defensive. But he goes for a U-turn, possibly predicting the switch so he can get a fresh guy, or maybe he just didn't have Grass Knot, or not quite sure. But he goes ahead and switches back into his the Batman, his Gliscor. And I was expecting it to be a standard Gliscor set, Toxic Orb, Stealth Rocks, Protect, but he just goes straight for an Earthquake, and unfortunately I go down without being able to rapid spin away those Stealth Rocks. So now those guys are permanently there, and they really set the course for the rest of this match. So now I go back into my Riptide, knowing that I can hit him. Even if he does use Protect or whatever happens, I'm still going to get a Speed Boost, and I'm still going to take him out with an Ice Fang. And I do get my Speed Boost, which is awesome. I love that ability. And he goes out into his Gengar, and I'm a little worried at this point. I go ahead and go for a Protect, not sure exactly how fast it is, but I just wanted to make absolute sure and to maybe scout out a move. Turns out he has Focus Blast, so if he hits me with that, I'm pretty much screwed. So I go ahead and go for the crunch, knowing that I can kill him, but he does have a Focus Sash. And so now I'm just really hoping that he doesn't hit me with Focus Blast, but he does. And so down goes my Riptide. You put in a valiant effort, my friend. And so now I send in my Karis. She is my Lantern, special wall on this team. And I just know that she can take whatever hit he tries to throw. And so I'm going to go ahead and just go for a Surf just to pick him off, just get him out of there. And of course I get a crit. So he goes into his own Quagsire. And I'm not really sure what to expect. I didn't want to set up a Rain Dance against someone who could use it against me, but he just goes for an Earthquake, and my Ice Beam did absolutely nothing, and he kills me. So in hindsight, I really should have went ahead and set up a Rain Dance, because it would have really helped the rest of my team for the rest of the match. So now I go in for my Spike. He's the main hitter on my team. I go for my Icicle Spear, not wanting to do the Shell Smash after taking damage because I am Focus Sashed. So that doesn't help me at all right now after taking that friggin' Stealth Rock. So it doesn't do as much damage, but now that he does the Toxic, I definitely know I should have done my Shell Smash. But now I'm expecting, it's like, okay, so maybe he's a Toxic Stall set, and he's got Protect on him. So I go ahead, and now I decide to go for the Shell Smash. Thinking, alright, I need to hit hard with this guy, because he's just going to get Toxic'd away. But after doing that and weakening my own defenses, and then he goes for an Earthquake, it's going to do a bit more damage than I was hoping. And now I won't be able to survive the next round after toxic damage. So the best I can do is take out his Quagsire, which is a really good play on his part, because now I can't use one of my main physical attackers at all, and he basically just sacrificed his Quagsire. And poor Spike goes down to poison. So now I go into my Thor, who really could have used the rain in this case, but he goes into his Breloom, and of course I lose my multi-scale from Stealth Rocks. He goes for his Spore, puts me to sleep, so now I'm even more helpless. I'm just not fast enough. It's a shame I couldn't have woken up right then and just hurricaned him and got rid of him right away, but it doesn't work out that well. He goes ahead and switches out, goes back to his Infernape here. And I'm still asleep. He goes for his Stone Edge, but he misses. I wake up, which is awesome, but I didn't want to risk not hitting, so I just go for the Dragon Pulse. And it wasn't enough to kill him. So he goes for his Stone Edge. He does manage to hit me this time, and I'm thinking, shit, he's going to kill me, and now I'm going to be done. And I just barely hang in there. And so now I can finish him off with the Dragon Pulse. He goes back into his Breloom. and just to rub some salt in the wound, spores me again. And I just really needed to wake up, and I couldn't. Goes for his drain punch, and I hang in there, and I'm like, okay, come on, just wake up, and he doesn't. So, one more drain punch, and down goes my Dryadne. Now, all I got left is my little Marshall, and he's just not going to be able to take any grass moves, so this is it for me. It was a great match, a couple of mistakes on my part, but great plays overall. Congratulations to Dryadne, he has earned himself the Cove Badge. And if anyone else wants to challenge us, we have 17 gym leaders ready to go over in our Pokemon League DS over at Reddit. And I look forward to even more challenges and hoping I represent the water team well. So, goodbye YouTube. Hope to see you again.